we
traducción.
start, we
Guys, if
have
you hear English, we
interpretation.
have translation. So aquí abajo hay un globo. Aquí abajo,
On the bottom
literalmente donde
of the
tengo el dedo,
screen,
globe
literally where
right
you see
here.
my finger.
Click on that, and you're gonna pick your language. Vas a tomar en este botón y vas a
So click on
elegir
that globe and you're
el
going to
idioma
choose
tuyo
your
para que lo
language.
puedas escuchar.
So you can
Porque
listen
tenemos
in
el
your
dueño de la
preferred
compañía.
language
We have
because
the
we
owner of the
have the
company, the
owner of the
CEO of the company,
company.
that's going to speak to you, que te va a hablar y te va a explicar esta tecnología que le tenemos
Yeah,
para
he's going
ustedes.
to talk and explain this technology that we
So,
have for you.
no voy a perder más tiempo porque
So
hemos
I'm
perdido
not going to
mucho.
lose more time because we already
Mike, are you
lost
there?
enough. Mike, are you there?
I'm here. Hello, hello.
Perfect. Bueno, chicos, aquí le presentamos a Mike, es el
Okay, guys, here
CEO de
is Mike, the
iDecide, y él nos va a
CEO of
explicar
iDecide, and he's
absolutamente
going to
todo de esta
explain
excelente
absolutely
tecnología
everything of
para
this
todos
amazing
ustedes.
technology for
Mike, you're
all of
free
you. Mike, you're free
to speak whatever you want, bro.
Love it. I love it. Man, I got to tell you, you guys are champions. I've never seen a Zoom call where we transferred 3 times and there's more people on the third transfer than were on the first. You guys are awesome. So appreciate your patience as we deal with the technology. So I'm going to go through what I hope will be a life-changing presentation for you tonight. I know it has been for a lot of people. So I'm going to jump right in because I know we're running a little behind. So let's jump in. So I was in your industry actually for 18 years. I was in network marketing type industry. I was in the financial sector, but I recruited a big team. I also had a bunch of clients all over the country. And I was one of the top levels of the company actually. And in my 18 years, I kept seeing the same things over and over again, the same concerns I have. I started iDecide 7 years ago. And now we've dealt with thousands and thousands of leaders and network marketers and direct salespeople. And we hear these same things over and over again, that these are the challenges they have. And these were mine. So I'm just going to share them with you. Number one was duplication. I needed new people to be able to say, I can do this, right? A lot of the times they'll look at a Carlos or a Jay and they'll say, well, no wonder they're doing well. I'll never be able to speak like they do. Well, I was looking for a solution where anybody could win. Anybody could do this. Imagine having a new associate come on, a new rep come on and say, yeah, I can do that. That was my goal. Compliance was the second issue. I wanted to make sure we all can keep doing this, right? Because if people say the wrong things, the whole company gets in trouble, and now we're all out of an opportunity. The attention span of a prospect, major, major concern, right? The statistic now is that 91% of people admit to daydreaming during a presentation. 91, 9 out of 10. That means that's to admit to it. So it's probably closer to 100%, right? So I may have already lost some of you guys. Some of you guys may already be checking your Facebook or your email. And I don't take that personally, but I have to be aware of that, right? I have to understand it and take that into account as I grow my business. And last but not least, saving time. I estimated that over that 18-year career, I had done about 25,000 presentations. And I look back and say, okay, how many of those presentations were done for people who either weren't interested or weren't qualified? So I said, if I could crack the code on these four things, my problems will be over, right? So what I did is I went to the drawing board and I said, you know what? I'm going to start with a clean slate and I'm going to reimagine presentations. And I'm going to say, okay, what if presentations were actually fun? So people actually enjoyed watching them. I said, if I had, again, this is my dream presentation tool, right? I'd want them to be professional and effective so that I was proud of the way it represented my company. I want them to be short because remember that attention span issue. They'd have to be short. I want them to be smart and provide the data that I need. I need to know what's working and what's not working so that I can change what's not working and constantly improve. I'd want them to be duplicatable, as I said earlier, a great recruiting tool. But above all, I'd want them to be automated. So they would just be click and send. Imagine that. Imagine sending a presentation and people watching it. And then you're only spending your time with people who already know what you do and know what you're selling and know what the opportunity is. And they said, yes, I want to meet. That would be a game changer. So this was my wish list. And that's how I created iDecide. iDecide is a personalized, short, fully automated, multimedia, interactive presentation. So what does that mean? It's personalized. So it has the viewer's name in the presentation. You guys, that alone has been proven to increase engagement threefold. Just by seeing your name, it releases the feel-good chemicals in the brain, and people pay attention a lot more. They're short because they're interactive, right? They get to choose what they want to see. Fully automated. You click and send, the presentation does the work. Multimedia. So, I mean, there's graphics, animation, video, all kind of cool stuff. It looks like a full-on Hollywood production. But this is the secret sauce, you guys. They're interactive. We like to say they're like a choose your own adventure presentation tool. The viewer gets to choose what they want to learn about. If they're interested in learning about X39, they click on it. If they're interested in learning about the comp plan, they click on it. They see only what they're interested in seeing. So that's what iDecide is. You can send an iDecide through text, email, Facebook Messenger, Telegram, WhatsApp. It doesn't matter. Any way you send a message, you can send an iDecide presentation. You can also post it on social media, landing page, web page, wherever you like. But when the prospect gets the link, they click it and their screen comes to life with graphics, animation, video, whatever's necessary to keep them engaged so they hear the LifeWave story. They interact, they answer questions, they choose what they're interested in seeing. And at the end, they choose to buy, join, schedule an appointment for more information, whatever they want to do. At the end, you get text notifications. So you'll get one in the beginning letting you know, hey, Mike just started to watch your presentation. You get another one at the end saying, Mike just finished. These are the things he chose to see. These are the answers to the questions. And this was the final outcome. I'll show you what one looks like in a minute. And because this isn't a magic bullet, right? This is always going to be a people business. You're going to have to follow up with people, but we're going to remind you to follow up. We're going to send you 1, 3, and 5 day follow-up reminders. Say, hey, Mike just watched the presentation yesterday. Did you follow up? If you did, just press a button in the notification and it disables the future ones so you don't get ones that you don't need anymore. So we got the whole system down pat and we know what to do. So that's what iDecide is. What it is not is a video. We like to say iDecide is what videos want to be when they grow up. So technically, it's not a video. So it's not an MP4 file, an MOV file. They're all unique links, unique URLs that are created for every presentation that's watching it. But videos just can't do what iDecide can do. I mean, we can show the viewer's location in the presentation. We show their name, as I said earlier. We can do calculations. They can schedule appointments right in the presentation. We can show real-time data on the screen, and I'll show you what that means in a second. So they're the farthest thing in the world from videos. So we don't want you to call it a video. Because it lowers the impression in the mind of the viewer, right? But we'll talk about that later at a training. But bottom line, iDecide works. This is some of the feedback that we've gotten from our users. The best marketing tool I've ever worked with. We hear this all the time. Saves me so much time. It does the whole first appointment for me. I'm only sitting down with people who want to see me. This person got 2 appointments just from a social media post within 15 minutes of posting it. And you guys, we've been around for 7 years. We're in 94 countries now, 21 different languages. Over that 7-year period, over 8 million iDecide presentations have been viewed, which averages out to about 1 every 30 seconds. Somewhere in the world, someone has watched an iDecide for the last 7 years. So I say this stuff not to impress you, but impress upon you that we're not new. We're not testing this out. We're not using you guys as the guinea pigs. We know this works. We've been doing it for hundreds of thousands of users. So we're excited to be doing it with you guys. So you ready to see it? I can't show you. So the reason I can't show you is because when you play an iDecide through Zoom, it goes through the Zoom system and it gets all clunky and funky. So I don't want to ruin that for you, but I got some screenshots for you to see so you can get an idea. So when someone clicks your link that you send them, the presentation opens up. This is the first thing they see. You see, it's got the viewer's name in it, right? So if I sent this to Jay, it's going to say, welcome, Jay. First thing he's going to say is, oh my gosh, what is this? I've never seen this before. Your name appears in the presentation here. Your name and contact information is on the screen throughout the presentation, so they always know how to contact you. You guys, in your presentation, we show the viewer's location. So the system will detect the location of the viewer and say something like right in your own hometown. And now, but why? All this stuff is psychologically designed to keep their attention, right? It doesn't matter how good your product is, your opportunity, how good your message is, your story, if you can't hold their attention long enough to hear it. So we do all these different things to keep them engaged so they see just how good the LifeWave opportunity and the products are. So they're going to see the place they live. They're going to see the date and time that they're watching it on the screen in real time. Again, make sure we're keeping their attention. But all throughout, you guys, it's designed to keep their attention with different questions. So, and the questions require different interactions. So they're not just clicking an answer, right? This one says, how satisfied are you with the overall look and feel? They have to slide a button on their screen. And the next one says, hey, if we could wave a magic wand, what's the one area that you would want to improve upon? And then they click the screen, move ahead. This one is like a dating app interaction. So they have to swipe left or swipe right, whether they agree or disagree. This one is actually like a scratch off, like a lottery ticket. They rub the screen and then they see the LifeWave logo. So, and all this stuff is done in a beautiful movie type of scenario. So they're
Hey,
watching.
Mike, can I say something real quick?
Please, yeah.
This does not do
No.
this service, what he's showing you right now, you guys. I mean, it is a beautiful, beautiful presentation. And I think maybe what we should do is just send our links to the chats for them to see right after. But this does not do it justice at all, what he's showing you. I have to say that because we've been going through it for 5 months. I've seen it. It's beautiful. So what you're seeing right now is nowhere close to what it actually looks like.
Yeah. And I wish I could show it, but if I show it through Zoom, it's going to be clunky and people are going to be like, this is terrible. But the point is, the interactions, they get to engage with the screen. This screen lets them choose which aspect of the presentation they want to see. It'll actually recommend different sections based on the answers to the questions. So you see here, it says this is what the answers, this is what the system thinks they should watch. And anytime they want to interact with the screen, they click the button and they can chat with an AI. So they can ask a question, how much is the X39? Anytime. The whole thing is to keep them in control, right? So that's what it is. And at the end, they'll choose what they want to do. Do they want to try X39, be a brand partner, schedule a call for more information? They'll go right to your replicated site. If you've got a Calendly link, they'll go straight to your Calendly if they want to schedule a call. If you don't, it'll ask them what time they want to talk to you, and you'll get that in the notification. But you guys, this is the notification that you receive at the end. In my opinion, this is the best part because now somebody watches it, they love the presentation, they're getting to interact with it, and they're engaging with it, they're learning all about the LifeWave opportunity. When they're done, this is something that you see. You're going to see every answer they chose in the presentation. So you're going to see what the number one concern is. You're going to see what they would do if they had some extra money. You're going to see which parts of the presentation they chose to see, and then you'll tell you what they chose at the end. So now you know everything that happened in the presentation. All right, so that's it, you guys. Full instant duplication. Imagine a brand new rep starting with you, a LifeWave rep, and the very first day they can click and send presentations. They can send them instantly, right? Fully engaged prospects are paying attention, but the beautiful part, you guys, zero risk of rejection. I know when I was in the field, I'd have people go out and do appointments. People would ask them questions. They were brand new. They didn't know how to answer the questions. So they got rejected. They didn't like the way that felt, and they disappeared, right? Zero risk of rejection now because the iDecide does the presentation for you. And you're only sitting down with people who already know they want to talk to you. So here's how you get it, you guys. It's a subscription. The subscription includes everything. I don't believe in any upcharges or funky charges. You get everything for a subscription. You get all iDecide presentations. Any iDecide we have built, you get it. Any future presentations we build, you get those too at no extra cost. All languages. So right now we have it done in English and Spanish. We'll be adding more languages as we go. Use it as much as you want. Like I said, it's not like you can send 50 a month and then you have to pay more. Unlimited use. I want you to use it. I want you to grow your business. You could use it on any web browser, any device, any iPad. It doesn't matter. The free iDecide app. Use on anything. And we get a 3-day money-back guarantee. So we want you to use it, play with it, make sure you love it. If you don't, just send us an email. We'll give you your money back. I will tell you, not many people ask for a refund just because they love it and it helps grow their business. This is how you get it. And then hopefully we'll have some time to get some feedback from the leaders and answer any questions you might have. But you can go to getidecide.com/LifeWave. If you want to scan that QR code on your screen, it'll take you straight there. The price is really reasonable, you guys. It's $25 a month. If you want to pay yearly, it cuts the monthly cost in half, right? $150, $149 for the whole year. Some people don't like annual or monthly subscriptions, so we've even got a one-time option for you. Pay $249 once, never pay again. You get all the future presentations, all the new languages, everything's included for $249. For you guys that have so graciously put up with the technology issues we had tonight, and for being on the call and for being such champions and looking to grow your business, we're going to run an offer for you. So just for 3 days, from now until the 18th at midnight, we're going to knock $100 off the price of the lifetime subscription. So instead of $249 lifetime, $149, never pay again. And you'll email us for support, please, not LifeWave, not your leadership. We don't want you guys bogged down in customer service, helping your teammates learn how to use it. We'll teach them how to use it. We do trainings every Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. at iDecidetraining.com. So we're not going to let you just subscribe and then forget about you. We want you to use it. We want you to win. We want you to, enjoy the benefits of it. That's why I built it. So you guys, we're honored to be working with you guys. I mean, to deal with, Jay and Carlos, Juan Carlos, Esteban, you guys have been just awesome and such a professional organization that we're just happy to be with you and proud that you're an iDecide company now. So we're looking to grow with you guys. You guys are already the fastest growing company in the world. Man, I look forward to seeing what happens now. You have iDecide. You're going to blow the whole industry out of the doors, man. So you guys, I'm going to stick around. Hopefully, Jay, Carlos, if you guys want me to answer questions, I'm happy to do so. But
Ya.
I'll back to you guys.
Bueno, en primer lugar, Mike, la verdad es que gracias tanto a ti,
Well,
Mike,
first of all, Mike,
como Eric,
thank you. Thanks to Mike and to Eric
por confiar en este
for
proyecto y
trusting
en este
in
momento
this
en el que
project and
estamos.
this moment that we're
Normalmente,
going through.
iDecide
Normally,
siempre es selectivo con
iDecide
las
is always
compañías,
very
con la gente
selective
que
with the
trabaja,
companies and the
y
people
la verdad es
that
que gracias
they associate with. So
por
thank
ser
you.
parte de lo que
We
queremos
appreciate
hacer.
being
Queremos ser
part
una
of
compañía
what
de
you
mil
want to do.
millones de
We want to be a
dólares.
company of
Sabemos que
$1
LifeWave
billion.
está hoy en el
We know that
momento más
LifeWave right
importante de la
now is in the
historia.
most important
Los
time
más
of
de
its history.
550
The
millones
more
de
than
dólares que facturó en el
$550 million
2024 fue
that
gracias
were earned in
al
2024
producto,
was
fue
thanks to the
gracias al
product,
liderazgo, fue
thanks to the
gracias a
leadership.
todo lo que el
This
corporativo
was
está
thanks
haciendo
to
como
everything that the
compañía y por
corporation is
supuesto a
doing as a
todos los
company,
líderes y
and of
todos los
course, all the
clientes que
leaders and
tenemos
all the
alrededor del
customers that
mundo,
we have around the
pero
globe.
siempre es importante
But it's
saber
always important
que
to know
podemos
that
trabajar para
we
duplicar
can
más
work to
rápido,
be
para
able to
crecer
duplicate
de una
faster,
manera
to
mucho más
grow
sólida,
in a
para
much
crecer de una manera
solid
mucho más
way, to
global.
grow in a much
Y la
global
única
way.
forma de
And
poder
the
llegar a hacer
only
eso es a
way
través de
that we can
herramientas y de
achieve this is
sistemas
via tools
y
and
sobre todo
systems,
de poder
and
generar una
especially
duplicación
being able
correcta,
to generate
cuidando
a
la
correct
compañía en la
duplication,
parte de
taking care of the
compliance,
company in the
cómo decimos
compliance
las cosas,
area,
cuál es el
how we say
mensaje
things,
correcto que
what is
tiene
the
que
correct
llegar
message
hacia el
that needs
cliente
to
o hacia el
reach the
potencial
client
distribuidor
or the potential
dentro de lo que
distributor
es LifeWave. Así que
inside of
sabemos
what LifeWave
perfectamente que
is.
con esto
So we
vamos a
perfectly
tener
know that with
no solo
this,
una
we are
herramienta,
going to
sino
have
también
not only a
data
tool, but
para poder,
also
junto con
data
esta data,
to be
construir,
able to,
para
with
poder
that
mejorar.
data,
Quiero que
build
sepa toda
and
la gente que
improve.
está
I want everybody
conectada
to know,
que
everybody who's
vamos a
here
seguir
connected, I
evolucionando
want you to know
la
that we're going to
presentación
continue
para tener una
evolving
conversión cada
and
vez mayor.
continue
Por
having
lo tanto,
a
la
more
presentación
modern
es una
presentation to
presentación
have even more and more
completamente viva.
conversion.
Lo que
This is a
quiere decir es
completely
que
live
cuando
presentation,
salga el
okay?
siguiente
What this means
producto
is that when the next
X2O, cuando
product is
salgan los
launched,
siguientes avances
X2O,
que tiene la
when the next
compañía, se
advances
va a
that the
editar
company
y por
has
supuesto un día
are
te
out
vas
in
a
the market,
levantar
we
y
will
va a
edit
estar
the presentation, and
incorporado
one
dentro
day
de la
you will wake up
presentación
and it
que
will
ya
be
la gente lo va a
incorporated
poder
inside the
comprar.
presentation,
Y eso es
and
gracias al
people will
equipo
be able to
profesional que
purchase it
tiene
directly. And
iDecide,
that's
al
thanks to the
sistema que
professional
tiene
team from
iDecide
iDecide,
y sobre
from the
todo
system that
quiero que
iDecide
sepan que
works with. And
es
above
una
all,
compañía
I
que ha
want you to
hecho esto
know
con
that this is a
cientos de
company
miles
that
de
has done
personas
this
y
with
ayudado a
hundreds and
empresas a
thousands of
generar un
people and
crecimiento
has helped
completamente
companies
exponencial.
to
Y
generate an
por eso hemos dicho esta
exponential growth.
alianza con
That is why we
iDecide, porque
decided to
sabemos
ally to
la
create this
experiencia que
alliance,
tiene,
sorry, with
sobre todo en la
iDecide,
industria en la que
thanks to the
estamos,
experience
que
that they have,
entienden
especially in the
perfectamente
industry that
cómo
we
es la
work in,
dinámica
because they
y a
understand
partir de ahora
perfectly what the
todas las
dynamic is.
personas
And
que
from now
quieran
on,
enviar
any
una
person who
presentación no
wants
van a
to
tener que
send a
hablar, van a
presentation,
tener que
they're
enviar
not
un
going to
link,
have to talk.
van
They're
a
just going to
permitir
have
que
to
la
send a link.
gente
They
decida
will
cómo
allow the
quiere
people to decide
autopresentarse
how they want
su
to self
presentación
present or introduce themselves. Maybe some people just want the product, they want to get to know the X39. Others are interested in the opportunity. Other people maybe are interested in both. And the company, via this presentation, will be able to do it for you. So congratulations to all the people who are here in this part of this project with us, especially Eric. Thank you for being part of this amazing connection that we had with iDecide. And thank you, Jay, precisely for thinking also in the company's vision. Carlos, Rochelle, of course, Juan Carlos was here also, who is going to say a couple of words. But especially, I want you to know that this is one only team, and our objective is making LifeWave become company #1 in impacting the most people's lives possible, because we have all the tools. Today we have one more that is going to give us more speed and is going to make us solid. So welcome iDecide to our project and this work that we're going to do together. Thanks again.
Jay?
Oh yeah. So listen, you guys, what if I told you guys that you guys could have a tool that could do the hardest part of your job, and it's only going to cost you $149 one time to have this amazing technology, right? You would jump up and down, because we've heard from every single person on our team, if I could only get more people to really understand what we do, they would be so in, they would sign up. And that's why we're fired up tonight to do this and present this iDecide presentation to you, because it's not just some fancy video like Mike said. It's a fully interactive, customizable presentation designed to help you and your team and your future prospects and your future team get the product and the opportunity in front of more people faster, and then you're going to convert them with less friction. We all know in this business, there's a lot of friction, right? People are asking us questions. We don't know how to answer them. When new people come into the business, they don't know how to present the business. You could use this presentation and sit down with somebody for 5 minutes and show them the presentation and be like, I have some questions. Let's just go through this, because I have a customizable presentation that is fit for you, so you can answer the questions. Let's just sit down for a couple minutes. Because speed plus duplication, you guys, equals momentum. Momentum equals success. This tool lets you share the business or the product in less than 5 minutes. And the best part is it's duplicatable. When you bring people in, I remember when Rochelle, Carlos, and I came into this business, we had no idea how to talk about this business. For an entire month, we had our upline doing calls, training calls, opportunity calls, so that we could get the gist of this business and understand this business. But what this means is that anyone that comes into this business instantaneously can start building their business and not have that ramp up. Anyone on your team right now that's struggling, whether they've been here a day or 6 months, they can plug in. You got to share this with your entire team, because $149, you guys, is not a huge investment. Like all the investments I've ever made in business, when they told me how much the price was, what they were going to do for our team, I was like, $149 forever? Like I never have to pay another dime? I can plug into this, press play, and I can make my entire team look like a professional. There's no guessing, no explaining things 20 different ways, because that's what happens, right? You're listening to these presentations and someone asks you a question and you're like, I think I remember Jay said this, or Carlos said this, or Rochelle said this. You don't have to do that anymore. It walks the prospect through everything they need to know step by step. That's speed, that's consistency. That's what a business needs. That's how you build a team. That's how you grow. And that's how your team is going to grow with or without you. This is the other thing that Mike said. The beginning on his slide, compliance. Compliance equals confidence. I see people in the chat asking questions like, is this compliant with the company, social media? Yes. There's nothing in there that is saying anything that this patch doesn't do or we can't say. Listen, Rochelle, Carlos, Esteban, Juan Carlos, we've been in this game a long time. And let's be honest, right now, especially with this patch, saying the wrong thing to the wrong person can slow your whole business down. Or worse, it could take the company down. That's why we're so excited about iDecide. This thing is 100% compliant. And we're finally giving people the full picture, the right way, the consistent way, and it builds belief while protecting our business. This is a big peace of mind, you guys, without sacrificing the power. And that's a huge win for us. I mean, it answers questions for you. How many times have you had a prospect ask you a million questions? And by the end, you're confused, they're unsure, you're unsure, you're wondering, am I doing the right thing? Like, these people are asking me all these questions. Well, now the system answers those questions before they even ask. It's like having a virtual you presenting 24/7, but it's better. So if you've been wondering, how do I close more people? Here's the answer. Let iDecide help you do it. And all you guys got to do is just sign up. Listen, it's $149. But you got to use it, share it, repeat it, talk about it. When you bring people into the business, it's a $149 investment, you guys, to help them launch their business and get to manager, director, or senior director a lot faster. So what I want you guys to do tonight is get this link and send it to 5 people on your team. Don't wait. Don't overthink it. Just say, hey, I found something that explains everything better than I ever could. Check this out. It's going to take you 5 minutes to go through this. Watch how awesome this tool is. And then you can follow up. You could do the same thing with your customers. This is your 24/7 recruiter for customers and prospects. Your explainer, your closer. It's an all-in-one. So let's move, let's grow, let's build faster than we've ever done before. iDecide has done this special price for us. They don't do this for everybody, you guys, but they see a lot of potential in this company. Matter of fact, Mike put it in our chat today when we were preparing for this meeting. He asked me about the X39. He said, hey, I have a question, man. Does this thing give you mental clarity? Because I feel like I've never felt in my entire life. So he's a believer in our product, and now he's partnering with us and giving us a product that's going to help us build a great business. And this is the coolest thing, you guys. You don't have to be great to start. A lot of people think I got to know everything to start my business. But thanks to iDecide, you guys have a tool that helps you start fast and start great. I also love how inexpensive this tool is. I cannot believe, and again, once you guys sign up, you're going to see this thing and it's going to blow you away. To pay $149 one time to have something in your business. Let's go, you guys. Let's build this thing. We have the biggest, fastest team in the company right now. You guys understand we have the biggest, fastest team in the company. And now we have a tool that's going to help us grow even faster. So that's all I have to say, guys. I hope you guys jump on board with this because I think it's going to help every single person. I think it's going to take your close rate from 10%, 15% to 30 or 40%. That's what I see this thing doing.
Hey, Jay, if I could add one thing, you mentioned send it to 5 people on your team, 5 potential clients. Please also send it to people who are no longer with you. Maybe reps who were starting with you and then they left and they disappeared. iDecide has been known to revive the dead. Because like I said, chances are pretty good they quit because they got rejected when you weren't around. They didn't like the way that felt.
Or even prospects that never said yes. You could send it out to them again and say, hey, listen, I have something that explains this a little better. I might have done a poor job because I just started the business, but I have something that can explain this business a little better for you. And resend it out to all those follow-up prospects that never said yes, which is probably 85, 90% of the people that you talk to. Great, Mike.
Awesome. Thank you.
Chicos, miren.
Okay, guys, look.
Si esto
if
no es con LifeWave,
this
quiero que entiendan esto.
is not with LifeWave, I want you to understand this.
Juan Carlos,
This
Esteban,
is something that
Mike,
Juan Carlos,
Jay,
Esteban,
mi esposa y
Mike,
yo
Jay, my wife, and myself,
pagamos
we paid for
para traerle
to
esto
be
a
able to bring
Esto
this
es
to you.
una herramienta
This
para
is
tú
a
usar.
tool for you to
Hay alguien
use.
diciendo ahí
There's somebody in the chat saying,
no contactas a LifeWave.
should I contact LifeWave? No, don't contact LifeWave. This is a tool for you to grow your business. We already spoke to them. Everything that you're going to see here is compliant. Everything has been checked by them. So you don't have to be worried about anything. The only thing you have to do is send this link out to people. Guys,
$149
$149 only for 3 days, okay? You got
Después va a
3
subir a
days. Afterwards,
$249
it will go back up to
y lo pagas una
$249.
vez
And
y
it's a
más nunca
once in a
vuelves, tienes que
lifetime
pagarlo.
payment, and you will never have to
Nosotros
pay
no
again.
ganamos de esto.
We do
Nosotros
not earn
pagamos
from
ya
this.
una
We
cantidad
already
grande
paid a
para poder tener
great
esto
amount to be
para
able
que
to
ustedes
have
lo tengan,
this
puedan tener. Porque
personalized for
obviamente
you to have it,
nosotros
because
estamos
obviously
invirtiendo
we
en
are
ustedes.
investing in
Ahora,
you.
ustedes tienen que
Now,
invertir en
you have to
ustedes.
invest in yourselves.
Esto es para que
This
ustedes no tengan,
is
ya,
for
ya se
you
acabe lo de, oh, que yo no sé
to
hablar, yo no
stop
puedo, que sé, yo no sé, yo no sé, yo no sé.
panicking because you
Solo
don't know how to
escuchar.
say things, you don't know how to
Ya
talk,
tienes
you
la
don't know,
solución.
you don't know,
¿La
you
vas a
don't know.
usar o no la vas a
This is a
usar?
solution. You have it
Esto
in
está
your
en
hands. Are you going to use
español
it or not? This is
y
in
en
Spanish
inglés.
and in English.
Alguien estaba poniendo,
And
la
somebody was
necesito en
asking in the
español.
chat, hey, I
Está
need
en
it in
español.
Spanish. You have it in Spanish.
Está en
It
inglés.
is in English
Mañana si
too.
la necesitamos en
Tomorrow,
italiano,
if you
la
need it in
tenemos en
Italian, you're
italiano.
going to have it
Si
in
la
Italian too.
necesitamos en
If
chino,
you need
la
it in
vamos a tener en
Chinese,
chino.
we will
Si la
have this in
necesitamos en
Chinese.
alemán, la
If you need it
tenemos en
in German,
alemán y
we
tú no
have it in
tienes que
German,
pagar
and you don't
por
have to
eso.
pay
Ya
anything
todo está
for that.
incluido.
It's all
Uno.
included.
Dos.
Number two,
Todas las personas que tú le mandes a esto van
everyone
a
that
tener que
you
poner
send
un
this link
email,
to, they're
su
going to
nombre, su
have to
teléfono.
include an email, their
Significa que
name, and their
ahora tú
phone number.
tienes
That
los
means that
contactos
now
de todas
you
estas
have the
personas y
contact
tú
of
puedes
all
ver
these
a dónde
people,
terminaron
and
en
you
la
can see
presentación.
where
So, tú lo puedes
they
llamar
ended up in
y
the
ver,
presentation.
hey, mira,
So you can
no
call them and
terminaste la
say, hey, you
presentación,
didn't
te lo
finish the
recomiendo
presentation.
que
I
sí la veas
recommend
entera
for
porque te va
you
a
to
cambiar la
finish it
vida.
because it's going to
Tú
change your life.
ahora esto va a
Now,
ser parte de un
this
negocio,
is part
chicos.
of a business,
Ahora
guys.
estás teniendo un
Now
negocio
you
verdadero.
have a
Ahora
real business
realmente,
in your
si
hands.
ustedes
Now,
pensaban que yo era fuerte
truly, if
antes,
you
ahora sí
thought
no hay
that I was
excusa.
strong before, now I have no excuses.
Ahora sí no hay excusa.
Now there's no
Porque te la pusimos
excuses because
más fácil que
we
esto,
made it
imposible.
as easy as it gets. So
$149 por el resto de tu
$149
vida.
for a
Más nunca tienes
lifetime,
que pagar nada.
and you will never have to
O
pay anything else.
$149, no pagas más nunca nada otra
$149
vez.
and never pay
Al
again.
momento que nosotros
At the
vayamos
moment
cambiando la
that we start
presentación para hacerla
changing the
mejor, tu
presentation to improve
presentación
it
se
and
va a cambiar
update it, your
automáticamente
presentation
y
will be
la vas a
updated
tener. Ahora
automatically
estamos
and you
cambiando
will
la
have it.
compañía,
Right now,
plan de
we're changing
compensación
the
y esas cosas,
compensation plan in the
lo
company and
vamos
those things.
cambiando nosotros
That will be
con la gente,
also
con la compañía de
modified
iDecide,
with
la tuya
iDesign
también se cambia.
in your
Tú no
presentation
tienes que
too.
hacer
You don't have
absolutamente
to do
nada,
absolutely
pagar los
anything. Just pay the
$149 y enviárselo a las
$149
personas, chicos.
and send it to
En 3 días,
whoever is
esto va a
interested.
subir
Guys,
a
in 3 days, the price
$249.
will go up to
Yo no puedo
$249.
controlar eso,
I can't
nadie
control
en nuestro
that.
equipo puede
Nobody in our
controlar
team
eso.
can do
Si
anything
tú no
about it.
compras
If
ahora,
you
vas
don't
a pagar los
purchase now, you're going to pay
$249.
the
Yo no puedo
$249 later.
rebajártelo, yo
I
no soy el
can't
dueño, ni
discount.
Jay,
I'm not
ni
the owner,
Esteban,
neither is
ni
Jay, nor
Michelle,
Esteban, nor
nadie.
Rochelle, nobody.
Te lo dejaron en un descuento de,
So the
de $100
discount
por
is
los próximos 3 días.
$100 less during the
¿Lo
next
tomas
3
o
days.
no lo
Do you
tomas?
take it
Pero lo
or
que
do
sí
you
te
leave it?
garantizo que lo
But
vas
what
a
I
pagar
can
hoy o mañana
guarantee you
porque
is
vas
that
a
you'll
ver
pay it today or
las otras
tomorrow because
personas
you're going to
firmando y
see
firmando
how
y
others
firmando y
are
firmando
enrolling and
y después
signing
le
up
vamos a
and
preguntar, pero ¿por
enrolling
qué
and
están
enrolling, and
firmando?
you're
Porque
going to say, but
invirtieron
why are they enrolling so much? Because
$149
they
en
invested
tu negocio para
$149 in their
ganar dinero.
business to earn money.
Firmas un premium,
You enroll
ya
a premium,
pagaste esto 3 veces.
you paid this 3 times, or you got this
Tan
payment
sencillo
back
como eso.
3 times. So
So,
it's as easy as that.
chicos,
So,
Esteban, Juan
guys,
Carlos, si quieren
Esteban,
terminar.
Juan Carlos, if you'd like to finish.
Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? Muy buenas
Hi,
noches.
everyone. How
No
are
sé
you
si ya me
doing?
escuchan bien. ¿Ahí ya se escucha?
Can you hear me well? Good evening. Can you hear me?
Bueno, a mí me da una
Okay,
emoción
well, first
enorme
of all, I'm
poder
super
finalmente lanzar
excited to
esto
be able
porque
to
llevábamos
finally
mucho tiempo
launch this because we
trabajando
had
en
been working in
en tratar de conseguir
this
esta
project and
herramienta.
trying
En
to
mi caso
have
particular
this
la
tool.
conozco hace
In
más
my
de 2
case,
años y medio y había
particularly,
sido mi
I've known it
sueño
for over 2 years
podérselo
and a half,
ofrecer
and it
a
was
algún
my
equipo
dream to be
mío.
able to
Yo no llevo
offer it
tanto
to one
tiempo
of
en
my
LifeWave,
teams.
apenas
I
unos
haven't been for
poquito
such a
tiempo.
long time in
Desde que la
LifeWave.
conocí,
Since
soñé
I
muy en grande. ¿Por qué?
got to
Porque
know
les
about
voy a hablar algo
LifeWave, I
importante.
dreamt in
¿Qué
big
es lo que
because look, remember
realmente
something
hacemos
important.
en
What is
nuestro
it that
modelo
we
de negocio?
truly do in our business
Acuérdense lo que
model?
siempre les digo.
Remember what
El
we
dinero en el
always
mundo se
say.
genera cuando tú
Money
tienes
in
un
the world is
producto o un
generated when you have a
servicio
product
que
or
tiene
a
la
service
capacidad de
that
qué?
has the ability of
De
what?
resolver
Of
problemas.
solving problems.
Nosotros
Okay?
generamos dinero
We
cuando
generate
ayudamos a los
money
demás a
when we
resolver
help others
problemas.
to solve
Y a veces
problems.
estamos tan
And
enfocados, a veces
sometimes
nada más
we're
vemos el
so
árbol y
focused,
no vemos
sometimes
el
we only see the tree, but we don't see the whole forest of what we actually have. Sometimes people are just thinking of their pain or the illness they're going through or in certain things, and they're not seeing the big picture. They just see the tree and not the forest that they have in front, the amazing amount of opportunities that they have in front of them. They don't realize that you can open conversations and enter into people's lives in 1,000 different ways. So, attention to what I'm going to say. We know that the whole world, since before the pandemic is facing pain, anxiety, depression, illnesses. I don't have to explain this. You know perfectly fine that in every families in the globe, you heard well, in all the families around the world, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people or more that are going through a difficult situation due to health issues. Difficult due to anxiety, depression, they can't sleep, they don't have energy, and of course, because nobody has money. In all families in the world, as they would say in my country, even in the best families, this happens. So we're thinking of just fixing a few issues. But a tool like this, which is what I want everybody here to understand, is that not only is it going to help you, okay? Many times you're going to be like, oh, I want to buy it because it's going to help me. It's going to help me grow because I'm going to share it in a more general way because I don't speak like Jay or like Carlos. I didn't dare to. I don't have experience. When I speak, I'm not so convincing. I get nervous. I start sweating. Actually, when I have to speak, I start shaking. You know, more than 90% of people in the world shake. I have been moving things online for over 18 years and I've seen it everywhere. So pay attention with this amazing tool. When people see that you, regardless if you know how to speak or not, pay attention. If you know how to speak very well, you're going to use the tool. If you don't know how to do a business presentation, if you can't speak well or you don't have experience, blah, 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 you're going to use this tool too. Why? Because the important thing here is what we want to transmit to that person. The person who's going to see the presentation is going to realize that this is very simple. They're going to be like, wow, the only thing that the person did was take their phone out and allow me to use my finger to navigate and choose what I want. I chose, I tried to patch, I purchased, and that was all. They didn't even have to open their mouth. We didn't have to go to a hotel for an hour and a half. I didn't have to be hearing a lot of people in a presentation talking about things that I don't even care because I just want the product or I'm just interested in the business. I chose, they put me in interactive presentation, quick, concise, clear, very clear. And in a few minutes, I knew what I wanted and I purchased. What is that person going to think? Actually, I'm not going to say what they're going to think. We have been trying this tool in the last month and a half at least. We have introduced it to all types of people. And listen to me, when I say all types of people, I mean all types of people in general terms. From the highest socioeconomic levels, people that never in their lives would have joined the network marketing company because there's many people, because of ignorance, they have no knowledge on the potential and the amazing thing that we have in this profession. People that would have never enrolled, they saw this tool and they said, wait a second, not only are you bringing a technology that has never existed, not only do you have the best product to be able to recover health in the history of humankind, but is also I'm going to be able to play around with this tool that you're showing me because that's the first thing they ask. Hey, and if I enroll with you, can I also have access to something like this? Of course you will. Okay, I enroll tomorrow. I will enroll today because you are solving people one of the biggest problems that human beings have. You know what it is? People, the second fear of human beings after dying is speaking in public. Maybe you didn't know that. But the second greatest fear in human beings after dying is speaking in public. And with this, we are taking that weight off the whole community because they don't have to speak in public. If maybe in your life you played that game that you put 10 people one next to each other and you start with a message and that person passes the message to the second person and the second person to the third person's ear, at the end, the message on the person number 10 is completely different to message number 1. So what do you think? That is exactly what happens in this industry and in the whole planet. In your team, even though maybe you just started and you have 1, 2, or 3 levels, I have news that in your second level, they are receiving an information which is probably very different to what you wanted them to receive. And you don't even know about it because we can't measure it, because we can't control it. That is why a tool like this, not only this is an amazing tool, it's a dream. It's actually something mandatory if you really want the message to go and be duplicated like you want it. And this can only be done with a system. And for the first time, we have a system that assures us that in all levels, it's going to be shared exactly in the same way. And this is much bigger than what we can imagine. So if you are in this business, it's as if you were in this business and you wouldn't use a tool like Zoom, for example. As if you were in the business and you were like, no, I'm happy working my business, but I'm not going to use WhatsApp. No, I like the business, but I'm not going to post on social media. Okay, well, you're missing out. Literally, you are deciding to run a marathon without a leg. Literally. So these kinds of tools are the ones that change absolutely everything. I think everybody should have them. I'm not going to talk about the price. I think that the price is truly accessible for any pockets, taking into consideration what this is going to convert into, because it's not only what it's going to do for you. You have to think about what it's going to do for the people that trust in you. You have to understand that out of every 10 people that are with you, we know that 9 are going to receive results in the first 2 days. Out of those 9, we know that most of them don't know how to speak, that most of them don't know how to do a presentation. And what do you think if since day 1, they're going to know how to do a presentation? Can you imagine how this is going to speed up everything? You're not going to need the person to be 2, 3, 4, 5 months preparing themselves with you or connecting to I don't know how many Zooms to know how to do it. During the next day, they're going to be able to do a presentation with a first level tool in any part of the world. This is a game changer. It's going to change absolutely everything. If you are building, you need to have it. And not only do you need to have it, you also need to speak to people that are truly interested in building for them to understand that this is a mandatory part of the kids if they truly want to grow at the speed that we all want to grow at. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are before the transference of richness, which is the most important in humanity, because now money is changing hands. The cake is enormous, and in the next 5 years, millions or billions and trillions of dollars are going to change from hands to other hands. So it depends on you. Part of that cake is for you, your community, and for the people that trusted in you. And for that, we need to do this in a very professional manner, with the attitude that it requires, with the tools that it requires, and the posture that it requires. This is a multimillionaire business. We can't just do it with a pencil and a paper. And now, having said this, this is all for me. I'm very excited. Hugs to everyone. And I have my great Estebancito here who came to interrupt me, which is what he normally does. It's part of this.
One Carlos statement. Can I just show them really quick how to go in if anyone's confused? Can I share my screen and just show them?
Okay. Right now, Jay, we're going to show them how iDecide works because a lot of people already voted, and we want to let them know, everybody, how it looks. Y queremos enseñar a toda la gente
we want to show everyone how it looks, iDecide, for the people that already purchased, because I know that many people just purchased. So first of all, congratulations. Oh, Mike, go ahead. We can start now.
We're excited you're here. And no matter what country you're in or which part of the world, we firmly believe that you may one day look back at this very moment as a turning point in your life.
Can you share the audio from the computer? Because right now it's down there.
Is that this incredible technology can actually customize this presentation to you by simply asking 4 quick questions. And by the way, you're in control every step of the way by clicking the menu icon here. You can even ask our AI a question anytime you'd like. So let's jump in. First, on a scale of 1 to 10, how satisfied are you with the overall way you look and feel? Go ahead and slide the... Okay, thanks. Let's see if we can get that to a 10. So if we could wave a magic wand and improve just one thing, what would it be? Go ahead and click your screen. Thanks for your honesty. Now, if you're like most people, you've tried a ton of pills, potions, and programs that promised the moon, but just didn't deliver. Swipe right if you agree, or left if you don't. Like many others, we knew you would agree. Millions of people around the world are looking to create the life of their dreams by helping people get healthier, earning money, and realizing their greatest potential. Is that something you'd be interested in learning more about? Fantastic! Well, we help people just like you elevate, activate, and regenerate. And we can help you accomplish this to begin living younger today. Go ahead and rub your screen to see the company that's driven by innovation, proven by science, and dedicated to maximizing your potential. If you're on a computer, left LifeWave. helping people live long, live well, and live younger for over 20 years. But this is about you. And based on your answers, this is what we think you'll be most interested in. But this technology puts you in control. So go ahead and choose what you'd like to learn about. You can come back and look at the others later if you'd like. But which do you want to see first? Great. Quick question. At age 30, what percentage of our stem cells do you think are still active? That's right. By age 30, only half of our stem cells are still active. And by age 60, we lose almost all stem cell activity. And the fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. Well, what if it were possible to achieve optimal health, a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being? Sounds too good to be true, but it is true. As our CEO David Schmidt says, it's not anti-aging, it's age reversing. And you won't believe how simple it is. You just use the small patch, which is about the size of a quarter, for 12 hours and 12 hours without to repair and rejuvenate. Then discard it and place a new patch each day. That's it. Go ahead and click to see the incredible changes people have experienced with X39. Then okay, so how is a simple patch making such a difference in lives all around the world? It's LifeWave's proprietary form of phototherapy with patented nanocrystal technology. The patches are non-invasive and not transdermal, so there are no needles and absolutely no pain. And they contain no drugs, chemicals, or stimulants. Want to see a quick but absolutely incredible case study before we move on?
You guys, I'm gonna play the whole thing for you, but this is they can control where they want to go throughout the presentation. So if they say, okay, I'm ready to buy it.
Great.
Here.
In a moment, you'll click the Get Started button on your screen. That will take you to a page that looks like this. Simply choose the option that's best for you and follow the simple steps. Go ahead and click Get Started now. We'll be in touch soon, but feel free to reach out to us as well. Welcome to LifeWave.
And now when they click that button, they'll go to your replicated website. So that is iDecide. Hopefully it looked okay on your screen, guys.
It was great.
All right, good. Awesome. So I'll let you guys take it back. I apologize.
Yeah, I was just gonna show them, if they're if they want to sign up for it. I just wanted to take them there just to show them, if they had any questions.
Sure. Yeah.
Hold on a second. So obviously you guys will, nope, that's not it.
GetIDecide.com/LifeWave.
Yeah, there it is. So it's just, you're going to just click on buy now. And then obviously whatever team you're on, you're just going to select that team. And then you're going to go and just put your information in. What I wanted to show you guys is this. This is not the 149. The one that's checked already on the top is the one that you want to get. That's the never pay again. So just when you sign up, don't click that one because that one's every year. They're doing a special for us for 149 for a lifetime. And then it's that easy, you guys. You're going to put if you want to put your Calendly, if you have a Calendly, your email address, whatever you want, however you want this information to come to you, just put this information in and it's that simple. So I just, again, this is amazing, Mike, what you guys have created. I mean, I think this is just going to be a total game changer. And I don't know many people in this space using it. I mean, I've never seen this before. So, I mean, we're on the cutting edge, you guys. I mean, we have a cutting edge device and we have cutting edge technology to grow our business.
Yeah, I was in the financial industry, as I said, for 18 years, and that's why I built it for myself to use in that industry. So we do have a lot of financial companies using us. And a few network marketing companies as well. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely, you guys are cutting edge for sure. And the way we keep making it better and better. So as someone mentioned earlier, when we do make improvements to it, or when we look at the data, because you can see the analytics for your presentations that you send out. All the leaders can see the overarching data, so they can see how many presentations were sent, who the top reps are, what countries it's being watched in the most. But they can see where people are choosing to leave. So they can say, okay, most people are watching this section, but nobody's watching this section. Maybe we should replace that with another one. Then, okay, 6% of the people are leaving the presentation right here. They can click a button and actually hear the voiceover that's playing when people leave. And now we know, okay, we have to change that language a little because people don't like it. We make those changes, you guys, they're done in real time. So you don't have to say, oh, who did I send that presentation to already? What's floating around out there? Is it the old one? Is it the new one? Anytime someone clicks it, they see the most up-to-date presentation available. So high-tech stuff, you guys, that we just keep making better and better and better. We got some cool AI stuff coming soon now, where you guys will soon be able to go to your analytics and say, what are the best days of the week for me to send presentations? And it'll system will say you're having the best close rates Tuesdays between 6 and 9 p.m. And it'll tell you exactly when people are closing, when they're buying, when they're joining, and we can keep getting better and better and make things even easier for you. So all that's coming. We've got improvements coming to the app. I mean, we just keep making it better and better. So
It looks like we have some questions. I don't know if you guys want to answer any questions or people have their hand raised. I'm not sure if you want to do that or what you guys think, Esteban, Juan Carlos.
I'm all right if you are, Jay.
Yeah, la herramienta sí es para cualquier
Yes, the
equipo. Ya
tool
lo
is
dijeron,
for
ahí
any
está, ahí
team.
puedes
They
ver los
already
equipos
talked
que,
about
que
it.
pagas
It's
por tu
there. You can
turno.
see the team. You pay for yours.
¿Qué más? ¿Qué más?
Let's see
Ok,
what else. What
se manda el
else?
link personalizado.
There's
You
some
send
hands
the
raised too,
personalized
Esteban.
link.
Ok.
Muy bien, sí, le podemos dar
Okay,
la
yes.
palabra a Hilda para
We
que
can
pueda
pass the
comentar.
word to
Listo,
Hilda.
Hilda. ¿Cómo
You have
estás?
the floor,
Buenas
Hilda.
noches.
Open up your
Bienvenida.
mic. Good evening. Welcome.
Sí. O a Jessica Vélez, si puedes
Or
abrir tu
Jessica
micrófono,
Velez, you can
Jessica, por
open up your
favor.
mic if you like, please.
Bueno, Zulma Piñeiro.
Zulma Piñero. Zulma.
Carolina, puedes levantar.